truth about having your own business. The truth is, it is not always glamorous. You're going to have a lot of times where you just want to pull your hair out, which is what happened to me. And there's going to be a lot of times where you are just in despair and you're just like, I don't know how I can do this. I don't know what's wrong. I don't know how to fix this. You're going to have a lot of those moments in life. And there's going to be a lot of sleepless nights that come up because there's a lot of frustrating components that go into every single business. Okay? You'll have these headaches no matter what business you're in. So anyway, you're going to make mistakes. Everyone does. You know, I'm a firm believer that you can't grow until you've fallen a few times, and by all means, I am a prime example of that. I've had businesses that failed, and I've had businesses that have succeeded. So I'm not perfect, but I'll tell you this. When you do get knocked down, you learn from that. If you don't learn from that, you're just stupid. Okay? You've got to learn from every mistake you make, and you're going to make them. You're going to make plenty of them when you have your own business. Just like you make mistakes when you work for other people, but it only affects you a little bit more because it is your own business, okay? All right, what are you going to do? You're going to learn from them. If you have any brains at all, learn from every mistake you make. Try and make sure that it doesn't happen again. You know, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting different results. And I'll give you a prime example of this. In my small town in Wisconsin, where I'm at, I couldn't figure out why I couldn't grow my lawn care company. So I couldn't get any bigger. Years were going by and I was like, what am I doing? I tried ads in the paper and this and that. I tried different things that, back in the day there was no internet, and the paper's all you had, and it was very expensive to put ads in and very costly, and I didn't know how to write ads. And it's not that the ad itself didn't work, it's just that I didn't know how to write ads, so I didn't know, I guess my education lacked. And I had to learn, and I learned from every step I made and all the mistakes that I made. And today I run the 8 different businesses here with the help of family and friends and all that, and coworkers. But the bottom line is, you're going to make those mistakes, but you just move past it. Okay? Sacrifice. You're going to have a ton of sacrifice. When you have your own business, don't think it's all gravy, because it isn't. You're going to have a lot of nights, a lot of days go by where you're constantly trying to figure things out. You're constantly trying to find better ways to make more money, to be more efficient with your business, to make your employees' lives better so you don't lose employees. There's a lot of hassles and headaches that do go into a business, any business. And you're going to have those, and it takes sacrifice on your part. When your friends get done with work at 5 o'clock and they go to the bar, you won't be going to the bar because you're going to be trying to figure out ways to beat your competition. You're going to try and figure out ways to make your employees happier so they don't leave. You're going to try and figure out ways to recruit better employees, okay? There's a lot of things that you're going to have to sacrifice on. Your dinner time with your wife when you go home at night, a lot of times to this day, when I come home, I'm on the computer and I'm trying to wrap up, say for example, that's when I do my YouTube stuff, is at night after I'm done with my day. During the day, it's work on the business, work on everything I can do, but at night, it's still part of me. It's still part of everything that I do. So for you, you may come home and instead of sitting down to a nice dinner, you may have to go out and interview new employees, so on and so forth, because it is your business, okay? So there's going to be sacrifice there. And you got to know that going in. Don't let it surprise you, because you're going to have that, especially early on, until you grow your business to the point where you can have other people hired in to take those headaches away from you, okay? Again, we talk a little bit about the working the longer hours. It's going to happen. You're not going to have these 9 to 5 days all the time, We get up early in the morning, we talk about our day, we have a cup of coffee, we head out in different directions. My wife knows the things that she has to do, I know the things that I have to do. I meet with my people, she meets with her people throughout the day, and we're getting things done. It's just, you're going to be putting in more hours than what you think you will, especially early on. Okay, you're going to put in just a shit ton of hours early on to get your business up and moving, and eventually you'll get it to the point where it flows naturally, and hopefully you can hire in some people to take that workload off of you. Okay, you're going to have to, if you're scaling your business at all, you're going to have to bring in people. All right. You're going to have some sleepless nights. It's just the way it is. You will be worried when other people work their 9 to 5 job. When they come home at night and they're not worried about a thing, their biggest concern is what's on TV tonight. You're going to go to bed and you're going to be like, if you're anything like me with my businesses, I would be 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock at night. I'm up and my brain is still going. And I've tried to lay down earlier and go to sleep to try to get more sleep. And my brain just keeps working. It just keeps after things, trying to improve this, trying to work on that. But I can tell you this, it gets better over time. And the more people that you have involved in helping you with your businesses or your business, the easier it gets for you to relax at night. And then eventually you just get to the point where, hey, you can be doing your 9 to 5 thing and just coming home and relaxing, because you have people hired to help you with some of those things. So the whole world is not on your back. Okay? All right. You'll have more headaches. Make no mistake about that. You'll have them. It could be the employees. You have some employees that are just a freaking nightmare, and you won't know that until you start working with them. And then you have others that aren't a complete nightmare, but yet they just need grooming, or they have somewhat of an attitude and you got to try and get it out of them. And if eventually you can't do that, your next headache might be, look, I got to fire them and find somebody else. If I can't get them on board, and it's always a struggle with them every time you come in and try to get them to do something, then maybe you better find somebody else, because but no, these headaches are going to be there. And that's just an employee thing. I mean, there's a lot of headaches that come with this. It could be vendors that are creating havoc. You can't get your orders in or your shipments in, or you're not getting credits. I mean, for some of the stuff you sent back. It could be all kinds of things depending on your business. It could be just plain old customer headaches, the constant call, the complaint that, Johnny mowed too short over here, or he scalped the lawn. Even though the lawn's like this, and of course he's going to scalp the lawn because it's like this, all right, but it doesn't matter because you're to blame. And you're trying to grow your business, so you keep kissing their butt and you keep trying to smooth over that and keep the customer and just do what you can, So you got a lot of headaches, and no matter what business you're in, you're going to have those headaches. Pest control is no different. The mosquito police thing here, same thing. I remember having to drive like an hour back out to this one lady's house, and even though we take care of the mosquitoes, she thought the mosquitoes were attacking her all over the place, and it's just like we didn't even spray. So I go out to her house, and what were they? They were gnats. They were fungus gnats. They weren't even mosquitoes, okay? And so it was a big headache. It was an hour drive over there and an hour drive back, so it is what it is. But these are some of the things that you'll experience. Some of the cool stuff is eventually you get to set your own hours, If I have a dentist appointment in the morning or a doctor's appointment or whatever it might be, I can take off for that. Where sometimes when you have a job, it's difficult to do that. I can remember with my kids growing up, baseball games, when they came up, I stopped work and I went to them. Basketball games, football games, everything. I tried not to miss any one unless I happened to be working out of town or something like that. But that part's really cool. So you get to adjust your hours a lot more. You have a lot more flexibility, I guess is what I'm saying. That being said, you're going to be, of course, if you do everything right, you're going to make a lot more money. And to me, that's the name of the game, because that supplies the grease for the squeaky wheels, is that money. Without that money, I can't buy the grease to put on the squeaky wheels. You know what I mean? So that's where I'm always torn with that job thing and then working for yourself, A job thing, you can only make so much, period. And, with my job back when I worked for Kmart, I was capped out. I'd been there 13 years and I couldn't make any more money. Well, inflation didn't stop. That just kept going up. So that was a dead end, absolute dead end for me. It was a rude awakening to get fired from that place, but it turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me. So anyway, aside from making more money, which again, like I said, if you do everything right, you will make more money. And you can make a lot more money. I will take working for yourself any day over a job, any day of the week. The other cool thing is you get to be proud of your accomplishments. I was proud sometimes when I did work for other people, but nowhere near as proud as I am when I work for myself. When I see the things I've done and the things that my wife and I have managed to accomplish, it's just phenomenal. It's just phenomenal. The things that you accomplish and how proud you are when you do achieve certain goals, Like if you set the goal like, hey, I want to put 10 grand aside in the bank because, next year we're going to start another branch of something, or we're going to do this, or we're going to do that. And once you reach that goal, you're just excited and you're happy and you're proud of it, You don't get that when you're working for somebody else very much. You get your attaboys, your pats on the back here and there, but that's about the extent of it, Definitely a better home life. I'll tell you guys this all day long. When money is short, so are the women. Oh my God. If you have money problems at home, your wife will be hell. She'll be Satan herself. She is the devil. Make no mistake about it. They're the devil. If there's no money coming in the house, all hell is going to break loose, and it's going to end up on you. Make no mistake about that. You, buddy. You the guy who's going to get the hell. So, another good reason. Have your own business going there. But you will have a lot better home life, and the reason being is there's a lot less stress. I can remember coming home so many times, and we were, if the credit cards were maxed out, or, we didn't have enough money to get through the end of the week or whatever, and we're always trying to have to find ways to make it work, and especially back when I was working the jobs, and working for somebody else. It was very tough, and it was very hard to get going on something else, but I'll tell you this, as you get things going, your home life gets way better because the stress of not worrying about if you're going to get evicted or if you're going to miss a loan payment or something like that. When that stops, your stress is a lot of it is gone. A tremendous amount of it is gone. So, that being said, growing your business. As you grow your business and you start in this thing, if you do everything right and you are growing your business and you just start making really good income, it starts to become what's called passive income. And passive income means it's not income you absolutely need. It's not like, oh, I need that money for that loan payment or for the mortgage on the house, or the kids need braces or whatever. Hopefully you'll do things right and keep learning and keep advancing and keep growing your business to the point where you can have other people in there. I know it's called scaling. And as you scale your business, you get more people in to take that workload off of you. I cannot tell you how many times I've heard lawn care guys especially come to me and just say that they just can't get this done. And it is so difficult for them. They don't want the headaches of having, to deal with the employees. So they're just going to be a solo guy, and they're just going to do what they can do themselves. That's fine and dandy, you guys. If you don't want anything in life, if you want very little in life, and you're comfortable with that, that's fine, because that's exactly what you're going to get. You can only do so much. If you're a solo operator, you can't. No matter what business you're in, if it's John's Plumbing and it's just you and you maybe get a helper to help you and that's it. Well, there's only so much work you can do in a given day, and there's only so many days in a week, and the list goes on, right? So you can only get so much money to come in. Now, if you were to branch out your business, deal with some of these headaches early on, all of a sudden you got a lot more money coming in to deal with these things. You can hire other people. They take care of these problems. They're no longer your major problems. Your problems, you'll still have problems and issues. You're going to focus on a whole different set. Your new problems might be, how do I invest the money that we made this year, this $500,000 that we made this year, how do I invest that money? That's your new problem. You got to figure out what to do with that before Uncle Sam comes along and takes it all from you, right? So your problems will change as life goes on, okay, and as you keep building up your business, all right? I'll tell you the bottom line on anything as far as having your own business, and the truth about having your business is, who better to invest in than yourself? Who better could you trust than yourself. You can go get in the stock market, try and make money there. You don't know those people from Adam. They don't know about you, and they don't care about you. Believe me, they don't care about you. You care about you. Who do I trust? I trust me.